Well, we got Putin the war cat here, right? He's the most laid back cat going. He's calm, peaceful, and he's just chill. Uh, Looks like Israel's ready to go to war, man. At least that's what the word is. I've been hearing these rumors for 10 years now. I know. But it's probably come to critical mass. So this scenario I was talking about with commodities, oil, and I don't know. I mean, there's a rumor that Israel's going to go to war today. Doesn't mean oil's going to go up today. Nothing's like a one-to-one perfect. If you knew that, you'd be a gazillionaire. But it looks like Israel may be going to war pretty soon. And I know there's people out there. I use plain common sense. I noticed that I don't like getting on this Jewish conspiracy stuff too much or whatever the heck it is. I've read it. I've read that stuff, but I realize there's like a happy medium, and what you could say what Obama does is what I think is right too. I mean, if some Jewish guy does something, you look bad at everybody that's Jewish. Is that what happens? A lot of people think like that, and they are a minority. But I'm going to point something else out here, common sense, and nobody's going to freaking like this. But Iran, if they're spending all this money, and it's not the people, it's the regime. The regime really is screwed up. If they spend all this money trying to get bombs, they're not going to make one or two. Once they get them going, and once they get it all down to a process, they're going to make hundreds of them. They'll be a major, major nuclear power. And they're not just doing it for defense. Because you could say you can criticize the West all you want, but it's still actually worse than Iran overall. It's still worse than Russia overall. And Westerners don't see that because they don't live there. That's all there is to it. They change their tune after a while pretty quick if they were living there because they couldn't bitch about what's going on. One of the reasons you can almost see that there's more freedom in the United States is that you can bitch about it. I could openly say, Obama I think is really screwed up. I'm not going to have a drone, a plane attack me. It's freedom of speech. But looks like the war drums are beating again. I mean, it's like stuff's getting ready to happen, man. And so this is going to be very bullish for the commodities. Now, silver went up $1 today. Now, I'm going to say something about investing in general. Like, I'm bullish on the commodities, and nobody's going to know exactly, where the turning point is. It might sell too early, because, that's really what you're going to do. You're going to wind up selling in steps, because nobody's going to know exactly when the turning point is. You might not buy it at the absolute low, but you probably, in retrospect, if you're buying even at 26 or 28, you're probably going to wind up, that's going to be low. That's going to wind up being low. It doesn't look that way right now, but basically, it's the old adage. When people see highs and they see stuff going up and they see all the money somebody made, then they buy. It's like they should be doing the opposite. And when they see, everybody bitching about silver, they lost all this money, they avoid it. They do the opposite. And it's hard to say when the actual bottom will be here. Some people are saying 10. Some people, it's going to be 10. Whatever. I don't know. Do whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. Because, I figure it's going up overall. It's just a matter of how long you hold it. You don't have to be 10 years. It's going to go up a lot faster than you think. That's my opinion on it. And actually, I could tell you right now, my little common sense that I don't even use charts is probably worth more than all the stuff that you hear out there on the tube, on YouTube to put together. Because I think most of those, you can put together all kinds of reasons why silver should go up or why it should go down. You could make a case. And, if somebody was actually paying me money to make a case why silver should go down, I'd find a case for it because that would be my mission because that's what I was being paid to do. I'm just telling you the truth. That's all there is to it, the way I see it. And I think I'm more on the money than these other guys are by far. But if somebody was paying me to say why silver should go up, and nobody is, I can find other reasons why it can go up. And I know when you present things with charts, pie charts and graphs and and statistics and all kinds of inside quote unquote information, people bite into that shit. That's actually when you want to put that kind of stuff out when it's high because you want to be selling. But I just want to tell you the human element. Like Jim Rogers was talking about, yeah, you can go to below 1,000. He's probably buying it, gold or whatever the hell he's doing. So, when the mood actually, well, it's like a simple thing. Yeah, buy low, sell high. Not so easy to do. Actually, being around people, some people, not extremely, extremely big people, but pretty big. When it comes down to money, they're vicious. They could be like if you go in their house, you know them as your neighbor. Oh, they might be nice. They might not be nice in their family, real immediate family. There might be war going on there, but their neighbors might think they're great people. They might go to like functions for charities and think, people think they're great people. When it comes down to business, man, it's like Attila the Hun, baby. That's what it is. That's really how they all are, I think. All of them. It's like they have one personality that's around, in the personal life. When you're talking non-business, you're going to, charitable functions, you're going out on the town, you have friends at home and stuff like that, you're doing entertainment. But then when you're in business, totally different, man. Totally different. They're vicious as all hell. And there's all kinds of shit. I don't want to talk too much about this, but basically, you think that such and such a person is good, they're probably not. Like I bet you, in a lot of cases, I guess, you could probably meet, you could even say like if you met a politician you didn't like and you would never vote for, they could still be the most charming person around. It talks really nice. They can act really good. And that's really how they get it. That's how they get it. So, but when it comes to competition, man, they're hardball all the way. They don't freaking play games. And that's just how it is in business. I don't want to mention names up in New Jersey or anything like that, but that's just how it is, man. They don't mess around. But when they're out on the town, they're all smiles and oh yeah, and it's almost like there's not a care in the world, and holy shit. Anyway, it's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. So, but this rumor about Netanyahu basically going right to the wire now because they really got it. They've been talking about this Iran deal for a long time. They're probably going to go it along. Obama, he probably ain't going to do a damn thing about it. He probably won't even back him up. I don't know. Actually, a lot of people don't care about Israel. They want to see him wipe off the map, even in America. It's just screwed up. And, it's like there's a lot of propaganda going both ways because I've seen both types of propaganda. Right now, I see Iran as a much, much bigger danger. So, it's not just that it's going to help me with commodities or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I think the commodities are going to go up one way or the other because the dollar's going to get destroyed by money printing throughout the world. It's going to happen one way or the other. If there's a war in Iran, it's going to oil's going to go crazy. Probably gold and silver start taking off like crazy too. So that's just how it's going to be. But there is a reason for it. It's like, I think people get sick of hearing stuff about the Holocaust. They do. They get sick of this shit. They do. But you got to realize there really was a Holocaust, man. If we freaking would have hit Hitler a long time ago before he got strong, the problem would have never happened. But then there'd be a bunch of people saying, oh, the West was aggressive. They've been painting history like if, say we got Hitler and nailed him back in the 30s before all this stuff really got cooking. Well, we'd be, the historians today would be, oh, the West was aggressive and he wasn't going to do anything. I mean, I don't know what you got to do. Maybe, once Iran gets some bombs, they're going to get a whole pile of them. And it's not just Israel. They're going to use them on competition in the Muslim world is Sunni Muslims. And the Sunni Muslims are going to have them, and the whole place is going to go up anyways, one way or the other. So, actually, by the policy of the United States backing up Israel on this and trying to just take out the regime of Iran is actually a good policy. Because the regime of Iran is going to kill off their own people in freaking intramural wars between Muslim nations. That's what's going to happen. But I don't know, in the United States, man, you can't say nothing like this, because it's like, oh, that's the New World Order, oh. And, I know, like everybody says, Vladimir Putin is against the New World Order. Oh, bullshit. It's amazing how stupid people are. It really is. It's amazing how stupid people are. Vladimir Putin is part of that shit all the way. And, he's going to be making a lot of anti-Western statements, anti-Israeli statements. And basically what Vladimir Putin does is investigate his competition. He's anti-Semitic. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's what he is. He is. The guys he's got in jail, they're Jews. The guy that just got killed in England a few weeks ago, Jew. Boris, they killed him. They killed him. I see Putin killed him. He's one of Putin's biggest critics. So you keep saying, people keep saying, oh, the Jews aren't running everything. You're freaking wrong, man. You're wrong. But they got a good reason to go after Iran. And if Iran gets 1 or 2 nukes, they're going to get a whole pile of nukes. So this is actually going to, but it's going to create a climate for really high prices in gold and silver and oil. So it may be coming up pretty soon. I thought it was going to come up. It almost happened for real, though, in late spring of 2012. But, when it happens, in retrospect, it's going to seem like, late spring 2012 or summer of 2013. It's not going to seem like much different. It's when you're waiting for something to happen. I know some people are just holding the metals and they want them to go up. This is going to be one factor, but it's not going to be the only factor. The metals are going to go up one way or the other due to all the money printing that's going on. At one point in time, all that money printing that's behind the wall at the dam, at the banks, if you want to put it that way, the people are hoarding cash, it's going to come out into the economy. And that's going to be the end of it. So, but I don't know. Anytime I say anything for Jews or any, I'm not even like Jewish or nothing. I'm not like pro-Israel or anything like that in any way. I just see what fair and fair is. That's all there is to it. Fair and square all the way around, man. That's all I see. So, but it looks like Iran, I don't have nothing against, but that regime is screwed up. And they got some rotten intentions. And they're probably going to be worse than the Nazis. They should be hammered right now. I agree with that all the way. But, still a lot of people are afraid of gold and silver to get into it. And, I don't know this for an absolute fact. But that's usually what happens. Still buy it probably. These are going to be the same people later on when silver and gold are way the hell up there that are going to be buying it. And then it'll be the same people today. They're telling you don't buy it today because the fiat dollar is the way to hold, is the thing to hold. They're going to be the same people later on that you may be selling it to because they're going to be scared of what's happening in the financial markets. And they're going to pay for silver and gold at extremely high prices. It's just like they're scared today and they're holding on to fiat dollars. These are going to be the same people later on you're probably going to be selling to. So I guess it's probably better I don't tell this to a lot of people or have an extremely widespread audience, because I really would be wising up a lot of people to a lot of shit, and that's not good. Because the game is actually a poker game. You want to keep a lot of people in the dark, and you want them fooled. And so, I'm not going to say exactly what I'm doing from now on, but I'm going to say roundabout. I am still holding pat on all the commodities. So I'm not selling nothing till I see some serious gains.